Hey, morning everyone. You'll notice I've traded in my beautiful view for a little bit more not so beautiful space. But I thought that, well, first of all, there's a massive storm outside. And secondly, the other space is just a little bit small and you can't necessarily see the body movements that I'm trying to show. So if you can just give me a little bit of feedback after today and let me know if you found this space better than my other smaller interior space, that would be great. I just prefer for you to be able to see the sides of the poses that you need to see. So yeah, just let me know how you think this goes. So as I said on the message, today's practice is going to be all about balance. We had a really interesting day today, I guess. The president's going to be announcing how he is going to be dealing with the release of lockdown. And I suppose the really interesting thing is going to be how we deal with the lessons we've maybe learned from taking a bit more quiet time, and maybe the way we're working or the way we're eating, the way we, dealing with the outside world. And it's going to be interesting to see the kind of balance that we put back into our lives. And so I just thought it would be quite a good kind of focus for us to deal with balance and how we'd like to reintroduce it. I'm not going to labor the point too much because I think you'll get it as we go along. And also just for you guys to think about balance and the way that how you get balance is creating strength from your foundation. So every pose that we do, I want you to try and think about your foundational, your foot that's on the ground or your hand that's on the ground, and not necessarily about the leg that's floating halfway up in the air or touching your head, which, surprise, surprise, we will be doing. So just try and think about the actual thing that's on the ground or where your hand can be giving you some balance. Try and focus not necessarily on where you might be feeling unstable, but where the stability comes from. Okay, so that is what I'd like your intention to be today, focusing on your foundation, giving you the strength to go other places, okay, and to find balance. So if you please bring your hands to your heart center, just close your eyes. Feel free to put the playlist on that I sent you today. And just gently start checking in with the body, drawing those sitting bones into the mat. Start connecting with the breath. Find that beautiful place of balance, sitting in between equally on your hip bone, on your sitting bone, sorry. Feeling that draw of energy all the way from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. Drawing your knees towards the ground and your shoulders away from your ears. Pressing your thumbs into your sternum and just connecting to your heart center. And then slowly becoming aware of the breath and aware of the way that it flows within your body. See if you can notice between left and right. So if you breathe more confidently through your right nostril, just become aware of it. And then try and breathe a bit more through the left nostril. And just play a little bit around with the idea of balancing left and right. Feel the way the oxygen can move down your right-hand side and the way it moves down your left. Actively sending it down one side and maybe bringing it up the other. Feeling that where your breath goes, your mind flows. And then bringing your hands to your knees, opening your palms up to the sky, coming into a receiving position. We're just going to do the 5 inhale breath, 5 exhale breath, just to come to connection with it. So breathing in for 5, holding at the top, and exhaling for 5. So take a breath in and exhale, and then breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. And then just gently breathe in and exhale out the mouth. And in order to create more of that balance, we're going to do the breathing exercise we did the other day. So just bringing your middle finger and your index finger and bringing them to your left nostril. And then allowing your thumb to come onto your right nostril. And then just releasing your middle and your index finger. You're going to breathe in through your left nostril, block both, exhale through your right nostril, breathe in through your right, block both, and exhale through your left nostril. Okay, so just remembering how that goes, I'm going to direct you through it, and then I'm just going to leave you to do a couple of rounds on your own. Okay, so to prepare, just breathe in and exhale out the mouth, and then inhale through your left, block both, exhale through your right. Inhale right, block, exhale left. Inhale left, block, exhale right. Inhale right, block, exhale left. Inhale left, block, exhale right. Inhale right, block, exhale left. Inhale left, block, exhale right. Inhale right, block, exhale left. And carry on a few rounds of your own. And do 2 more rounds on your own, landing up on an exhale on your left. And when you're done, just bringing your hands to your knees, taking an inhale through your nose and an exhale out your mouth. On the next inhale, sweeping your arms all the way up. Exhale, bringing your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind your back, lengthening through the spine, lengthening all the way from the sitting bones to the crown of the head. And then exhale, see if you can take it a little bit deeper. Keeping your hips facing forward, twisting all the way to the top of your spine. And then inhale, bring the arms all the way back overhead. And exhale, this time taking the right hand to the left knee, left hand behind the back. Gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, let's go back to the right hand side. This time, see if you can take it a little bit deeper. Drawing the belly in, focusing on tucking the tailbone under. Then inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, go over to the left hand side. Inhale, bringing the arms all the way up. And exhale, bringing the hands just in front of you. Really making sure that you're pressing down into the sitting bones. So actively take all the weight into your sitting bones, into your hips. And then draw out of the crown of your head. Draw your belly in. And then hinge forward, making sure that your spine is nice and straight. Active arms, fingertips pressing into the ground. You've got a space between your palms and your fingertips. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your hands over to the right-hand side, really pressing down on your left sitting bone. Feeling the opening in your left-hand side. See if you can walk it a little bit further over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, slowly walk it over to the left-hand side, grounding down through the right sitting bone. Releasing any tension on the neck, so taking the gaze towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take it a little bit deeper over. Then coming back to center and pressing up onto your all fours. Coming to a cat-cow position. So on the inhale, you're going to drop your belly, open up your chest, gaze towards the sky. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, draw your belly in, bring your chin towards your chest. Inhale, open the chest, draw the belly down, looking all the way up. Exhale, pressing through the floor, drawing the belly in, drawing the chest in. Doing 2 more rounds of that on your own, really using the breath to guide you. And then coming back to a neutral spine, pressing down through the left hand, drawing the right arm up. Using the belly, so drawing the belly in, tucking the tailbone under, sweeping the left leg all the way back up. Remember what I said about your foundation? Really press down through the left hand, press down through the base of the the right foot, the right knee. Making sure that your left hip is facing down towards the ground. You don't want it to be pressing up, so keep the hips facing the mat. Inhale to lengthen fingertip to toe. Exhale, bring your knee to touch your elbow. Inhale, sweep the arm all the way back up. Exhale, bring your knee to touch your elbow. And welcome to the core part of the class. Inhale, sweep the arm up, leg back. Exhale, bring the knee to touch the elbow. Inhale, sweep the arm up. Exhale, knee to elbow. One last time. Inhale, sweep the arm up, leg back. And exhale, knee to elbow. Coming back to a neutral spine, coming back to all fours. Inhale, this time lift the left arm up. With control and using the core, lift the right leg back. Making sure that the right hip is still in line with the left. Inhale, strengthen and lengthen from fingertip to toes. Exhale, bring the elbow to knee. Inhale, sweep back, just going forward. Feeling that stretch. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Last one. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine, coming back to all fours. This time, keeping your hips up, walking your arms forward. So coming into a puppy pose this time, feeling a really nice opening in your armpits. And then just rolling forward, bringing your wrists underneath your shoulders, dropping your hips down, feeling an opening in your chest. And then push back to puppy's pose, so keeping the hips up. Inhale, press the hips forward, dropping the hips down, looking all the way up. Flowing through this on the inhale, pressing back. Inhale to come forward and exhale to press back. Moving through this with a nice flow, Using the breath to guide you. So inhale, come forward. And exhale, lift the hips high, pressing back. One last time, inhale forward. And exhale, hips go nice and high. This time tucking the tailbone under, the toes under, drawing the knees up. Pressing the feet back, knees bent, hips towards the sky. And then from here, we're going to tap the right knee to the right elbow, come back. Left knee to the left elbow, come back. Right knee, right elbow, come back. Left knee, left elbow, come back. And right. Use your breath and left. Draw the belly in. Right and left. Two more. Right and left. And one more. Right and left. Bringing your knees wide, big toes to touch, coming to child's pose. Make sure your arms are active, hips pressing towards the heels. Then inhale, press down through the hands, untuck the toes, send the hips all the way back, coming into your first downward facing dog. Taking 5 deep breaths here. Checking in with your body, seeing how it feels. And then slowly walking the feet all the way to behind the hands. Taking opposite hand to opposite elbow, just waking up the hips, so moving from side to side, relaxing the neck, looking between your feet. And maybe take it into a figure 8, opening the hips up a little bit more, moving the arms around. And then let's take it even bigger, so pressing down through all 4 corners of the feet, rolling the arms up and coming down. Roll the arms up and come down and up. And let's take it to the other side, so 3 on the other side. 1. Feeling a really beautiful opening in the body, feeling a little bit warmer. And then just relax, coming back down to center, bringing the fingertips in front of the toes. Inhale, flat back, bringing your big toes to touch, outer edges of your feet parallel to the outer edges of the mat. Then inhale, look forward, draw the belly in. Exhale, bring your chin towards your shins. Inhale, pressing down through all 4 corners of the feet, making sure the hips are stacked over the ankles, drawing your belly in, sweeping your arms all the way up, nice and slowly. Gaze towards your fingertips. And my favorite, as you know, exhale, cactus the arms to the side body, opening up the chest. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then exhale, standing, making sure you've got all 4 corners of the left foot down. Bring the right leg up. Bring your hands interlaced over your right knee. Making sure your knee and your standing leg is nice and strong. So drawing your kneecap up. Making sure your weight is over all 4 corners of your feet. You want to connect to all 4 corners. Trying to keep your shoulders away from the ears. Trying to keep the smile on your face. Then bringing your hands to your hips, extending your foot forward. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Keeping the bringing it back to a bent knee. And holding for 3, 2, 1. Cross the right foot over the left. Inhale, lengthen the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold all the way forward. Coming into a cross-legged forward fold. Should feel really nice in the hamstrings. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, bring the right foot next to the left. Now, this time pressing down through all 4 corners of the right foot. Making sure you're drawing up on the inner arch of the right foot, drawing the kneecap up, keeping your hips both facing forward. Sometimes it helps to keep your hands on your hips so that you can really focus on the hip bone staying straight. And then bring the left knee up, keeping the left foot active. So you want to make sure, if you see my foot, that your foot is facing towards your face. Your toes are facing towards your face. Keeping the hips facing forward. Sweep the arms up if you can. Or you can keep the hands interlaced over the knee. It's up to you. Drawing the shoulders back. And then inhale, sweep that leg forward, taking the arms up. Making sure that your shoulders are over your hips. You don't want to be leaning back. You want to make sure you're nice and straight. Pressing out of that standing leg. Bend the knee back. Hands to your hips. Then cross the left foot over the right. Inhale, lengthen, bringing the arms up. Exhale, hinging over the hips, coming all the way forward. Cross leg folded forward. This time you can take your weight a little bit more over your toes. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale, hands on the hips. Bring the feet back next to each other. And welcome to balancing class, everyone. Okay, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward. Slight bend of the knees, bring your belly to your thighs. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, come to your high plank. Drop your knees, drop your chin. Sweep the chest forward. Open up the chest. We're going to hang out here just so you can get that feeling of the position. So really dropping your hips, drawing your belly in, drawing your shoulders away from your ears, making sure that your elbows are still tucked into your side, your wrist creases are facing forward, and then tuck the toes under, press the hips up, coming into your downward facing dog. Inhale to press the left foot into the ground, lift the right leg all the way up, coming into three-legged dog. Exhale, tap your right knee to right elbow. Inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Sweep the right leg up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, sweep the leg up. Exhale, bring the right leg, bring it all the way in between the hands, pressing up into high lunge. So keeping that back leg straight, keeping the hips facing the short side of the mat. Arms next to the ears, nice and straight, nice and strong. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Bringing the chest forward, bringing your belly towards your thighs. Really pressing the heel of the back foot away. So nice, strong, straight spine. And exhale, if you can, take the left elbow over the right knee. Making sure that right knee is over the right ankle. And then bringing your palms to the center of your chest, really pressing through the left elbow into the right knee. You should feel your heart rate going up a little bit. This is a good thing. Draw the belly in. Relax the face. See if you can take your gaze over your right elbow. And then using all four corners of your front foot, pressing your heel of your back foot, lifting your arms all the way up. Holding for 2, 1. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Step the right foot next to the left. Either come into chaturanga or drop your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, untucking the toes, pressing the hips up. Downward facing dog. Pressing the right foot into the ground. Inhale, the left leg up. Exhale, bring the left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, sweep the left leg back up. Exhale, left knee to the right elbow. Draw the belly in. Inhale, sweep the leg up. Left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, sweep the leg up. Exhale, bring the left foot in between the hands. Pressing down through all four corners of the front foot. Pressing in and straightening that back leg. Bringing the arms all the way up. Coming into high crescent. Making sure your hips are facing the front of the mat. Making sure that back leg is straight and strong. Arms nice and straight next to your ears. Come back to your breath. Come back to your smile. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Lean your chest forward. Really opening up the front body. And exhale, take the right elbow towards the left knee and open up your heart. Bringing the hands to the center of the chest. And with control, draw that belly in. Press into the front foot, press into the back heel, making sure your knee is over your front ankle. Drawing in the belly, sweeping the arms up, and holding for 1, 2. Bring the hands back to the front of the mat. Step the left foot next to the right, shoulders over your wrists, dropping down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tucking the toes under, sweeping the hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Take 5 nice long breaths in downward facing dog. Coming back to your breath, using downward facing dog as a resting pose. Drawing your heels towards the floor, pressing your palms into the mat. On the next inhale, look forward. Step the feet into the front of the mat, behind the hands. Bring your big toes to touch, outer edge of your feet parallel to the long side of the mat. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, bring your chin towards your shins. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, gaze to your fingertips. Exhale, cactus the arms open. Inhale, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, draw all the way forward. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, really concentrate on drawing your belly in towards your spine. Exhale, bring your chin towards your shins. Plant your hands down, stepping back to your high plank, making sure your shoulders are over your wrists. Draw your belly in, lowering down to the mat. Inhale, press up, upward facing dog. Untuck the toes. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lifting the hips up, downward facing dog. You know where we're going? So on the inhale, lift the right leg up, right knee to right elbow. Draw that belly in. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, belly in. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, sweep the leg up. Exhale, bring the right foot between the hands. Really draw in on the back heel, pressing it towards the back of the mat. Right knee over right ankle. Draw the belly in, coming all the way up. Now let's test your balance. So take the right hand behind you. Left hand faces forward. See if you can gaze over your right fingertips. Back leg nice and strong. Use the belly, use your foundation. Come back to your breath. Relax your face. Give a little smile. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, sweeping the chest forward, keeping both hips facing forward, making sure your right ankle's over your right knee. Sweep your arms back. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Focus on your balance, draw the belly in. Bring your hands to heart center, and from here, pressing the weight into your front foot. Bend your knee. See if you can come up, making sure that the hips are both facing the mat. So your left hip is not going up. Back leg is nice and strong. There's a massive smile on your face. Exhale, bring that left foot forward. Keep it nice and straight in front of you. Can't see me because there's a whole lot of wetsuits or something there. Then bend the knee. Cross the left ankle over the right. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, hinging forward. Inhale, look up. This time, exhale, you're going to keep pressing down into the right foot. Bring the left bent, keep it up. And then stepping back to your high crescent lunge. Look forward. Bring the hands to the top of the mat. Step the right foot next to the left. And if you weren't breathing hard enough, now you will. So coming over onto the outer edge of your right foot, taking your left arm up, side plank. Stretch your fingertips of your left hand all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands back down, rolling over to the left hand side, stretching all the way up, side plank. And coming back to the center. Exhale, lowering yourself all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Untuck your toes. Exhale, tuck your toes back under, hinge your hips up. Coming to your downward facing dog. Taking 3 restorative breaths here. I hope you're not cursing me too much at this stage. And then on the next inhale, taking your left foot up. Bringing your left knee to your left elbow. Sweeping your left foot back up. Left knee to your right elbow. Left leg back up. Left knee to left elbow. Sweep your left leg up. And then bring your left foot in between your hands. Really pressing back on the right heel. Making sure that your left ankle is over your left knee. Coming up to high crescent. Inhale to lengthen through the fingertips. Making sure your hips are facing forward. Then bring your hands to your heart center. Hinge your hips forward. Bring your belly towards your thighs. Nice and strong. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Palms facing up. Shoulders away from the ears. Back leg straight and strong. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Keeping the spine nice and straight. You might be feeling a burn in your legs. Then bring your hands to your heart center, pressing the weight into your front foot. Bring your back foot up, keeping the hips facing the ground. Spine nice and straight. Pressing down through all 4 corners of the standing leg, drawing up on the kneecap. And then slightly bend your standing leg, bringing your right foot forward. Sorry, I'm a bit out of breath here. Bringing the right leg forward and straight. Bringing the hands up. And then bend the knee, interlace your hands. And exhale, slowly take that leg back. Bringing the arms up. Bring the hands to the mat. Step the left foot back. Coming onto the right hand side, lift the left hand all the way up. Gaze to the left fingertips. Then bring the hands down. Coming over to the right hand side. Opening up the right body. And pressing down. Pushing the hips all the way back up. Drawing the heels towards the mat. And then inhale to lift the right leg up. Exhale, bring the right foot behind the left hand, right knee behind the right hand. Lengthen the spine. Make sure that back leg is straight behind you. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold forward. Still keeping that back leg active, so pressing down into the toes. Try relax the neck. Maybe even move it from side to side. And then pressing the palms into the ground, sweeping the right foot back, coming into 3-legged dog. And then bringing the right foot back down, lifting the left leg up. Left foot behind the right hand, left knee behind the left hand. Making sure your hips are facing the short edge of the mat. Keeping that back leg straight and strong. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, draw your belly in and hinge at your hips, folding forward. And then as gracefully as possible, sitting down onto your left butt cheek, sweeping your right foot over your right knee, and then bringing your right foot all the way next to your left hip. So you should have, I don't know if you can see clearly in between the fridges and the bicycles, but you should have your knees stacking on top of each other, okay? This might be enough for you and you can stay there. If you wish to take it further, bring your palms of your hands, I never remember what the base of your feet are called, which is shocking, my mom laughed at me yesterday, onto the bases of your feet. And then inhale, sweep your head up, lengthen through the crown of your head, really drawing your sitting bones in. And then exhale, draw your belly in and bring your chin just over your knees. If you feel like you can go further, you can take your hands out. This should be a really nice opening in your glutes, opening in your hips. Use the breath to guide you. So if you feel like it's a bit strong for you, then just lift yourself out of it. It's a good idea to keep your feet active so that you don't hurt your knees. Use your breath. So nice, big, deep breaths here. Really inhaling through the nose. And nice exhales out of the mouth. Intentional breathing. And inhale, come back to center. And exhale, have a fun little crossover. So maybe open the legs up and cross the knees back over on the other side. Feeling a bit of movement in the body. Make sure that your knees are on top of each other and that your feet are as close to your hips as possible. As I say, this might be good enough for you, and there's no judgment there. Just stay where you need to stay. Draw your shoulders away from your ears, lengthen your spine. Bring your hands onto the base of your feet. And then inhale to lengthen. Draw your belly in, tuck your tailbone under. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward, bringing the chin just over the knees. As a runner, I find this a really, really wonderful stretch. It's really hard, but it's really good. And then inhale to come back up. And then just pressing on your elbows. Take your legs out to the side and then bring the bases of your feet to touch. Bring your knees out wide, coming to Baddha Konasana. So interlacing your fingers over your toes, drawing your thumbs together. Inhale to lengthen, and again, feel that connection of your sitting bones. Draw your knees towards the mat. Really draw up through your belly. And then exhale. Hinge forward as much as you can before losing that connection of your sitting bones to the mat. You want your spine to stay nice and strong, so you're not like rolling over like this. You're keeping your chest open, keeping your collarbones drawing from collarbone to collarbone, and then hinging forward. Nice and strong. And then on the next inhale, come up. Just going to move into a round of core. So if you come onto your back, I did write this down, okay. So come onto your back, bring your knees up 90 degrees to the mat, and then slowly bring your hands behind your head. I want you to feel like you're holding your head in a basket behind you. So keep your thumbs connected towards each other. And then throughout all the core practices, I want you to really focus on making sure the small of your back is pressing down into the mat. So you're drawing your belly in, you're pressing down the small of your back. So if you were to try and put your hands underneath your back, you wouldn't be able to find space. Okay, that's the idea. So I sometimes, when I can feel that my back is disconnecting, I just keep my hands there to remind myself. So maybe do that if you need to. Okay, then keep your your shins at 90 degrees to the mat, and then roll up onto just the edge of your scapula so that you can still feel them connected to the mat. And then on the inhale, you're going to straighten your right leg. You're going to draw your right leg down, and you're going to come slowly, bringing your right elbow to your left knee. A very slow bicycle. So bringing that right leg, bending it back down, straightening the left leg. Lowering the left leg down, bringing the left elbow towards the right knee. A little bit of coordination here. Then bringing the left leg back up, bringing it back to 90 degrees. Inhale, lift the right leg nice and straight. Exhale, bring the right knee, sorry, right elbow towards the left knee, and then straighten back up. Coming back to 90 degrees, left leg straight, left elbow towards the right knee as the left leg goes down. Inhale, come back straight, knees back. Right leg straight, right leg goes towards the ground, right knee towards left elbow. Come back up, knees together. Left leg straight, left leg goes all the way down, left elbow towards right knee, and come back up. I'm going to stop describing it now so you guys can try and enjoy the practice. Do 3 more rounds on each leg of your own. Nice and slow. Make sure that that spine does not move away from the mat. You should feel a burn in the belly, hopefully. I'm coming up to 1 more on each side. Okay, and then just hug your knees into your chest, roll from side to side. And then we'll just go through normal bicycle, but this time I want you to really think about that connection of your spine. So bring your feet up to 90 degrees. Bring your shoulders up, making sure that they're still connected, but you're on the edge of your scapula. And then slowly, you're just going to roll from side to side as slow as you possibly can. So make it almost like you're moving through mud, making that connection with the belly and the spine. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Drawing the belly in. I'm going to keep saying it just in case you forget it. We're doing a minute of these, so nice and slow. And if it makes you feel any better, I've already done my round of these today, so this is tough. Go 5 more on each side. Okay, and then bring your knees towards your chest. Rock from side to side. And then once again, bringing your feet at a 90-degree angle to the mat. And then drawing your belly in, making sure that you've still got that connection with the mat. Bringing your elbows up and then bringing your hands towards your hips. We're just going to rock from side to side. If you find this connection difficult, I've got another little method you can try. Pretend that you're driving a steering wheel behind your legs. So just move your hands from side to side as if you have a little steering wheel there, and just move like that, rocking from scapula to scapula. Draw the belly in, relax the neck. If you find that the neck is getting sore, then just take your hand behind your neck, your hand behind your head, and just do one arm first, and then you can change it up and do the other arm. Okay, so do whatever suits you here. You don't want to hurt your neck. Protect your neck at all costs. And keep connecting back to the breath. Okay. Got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bring the knees into the chest. Roll from side to side. We've got 1 more round of core. Bringing the legs up nice and straight. Bring your hands underneath your bum. Drawing the big toes to touch. Connecting your knees, connecting your legs. Making sure that they're active legs. Pressing the spine into the mat. Not losing that connection. And we're doing 10 pulses all the way down, nice and slow. So 1. If at any point you lose that connection of the spine, then stop there. So if you find that this is where you lose your connection, come back up from there, all right? So that's 2, 3. Don't press into the neck. No, keep the neck relaxed. 4. Nice and slow as if you're going through mud. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Bring the feet up, bring the knees into the chest, rock from side to side, and then give yourself a hug. Take the left leg down, keep the right leg pulled into the chest, bring the right knee towards the right armpit, keeping that left leg grounded into the mat, drawing the left toes towards the face, and then taking the right knee over to the left-hand side, right arm down, gazes over your right fingertips, and then coming back to center, bring the left leg in, drop the right leg down, draw the left knee into towards the left armpit, draw the right toes towards the face, keeping that right leg nice and active, and then drawing the left knee all the way over. Gaze towards your left hand. Come back to center. Draw your knees into your chest. And then gently take your legs all the way out to the edge of the mat. Your hands facing up, out to the sides of the mat. Close your eyes. Draw in on the benefits of the practice. Let go of any control you might have of your breath. Allowing your entire body to completely surrender onto the mat. I have a little poem that I'll read you while you focus on your breath. Only when we act without judgment can we truly flourish in our lives. Yoga means becoming one. As long as we stand apart in judgment, we sabotage the opportunity for connection and integration. So I encourage you, get into that canoe and ride with the river. Commit and don't look back. Before our bodies can open up, they must first let go. The clenched and guarded muscles must relax. The mind must let go first. By Rolf Gates. And then just gently start wiggling your toes. Maybe just move your thumb over your fingertips. And draw your knees into your chest. And give yourself a gentle hug. And whenever you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, roll over to your right-hand side, keeping your knees towards your chest. And then slowly pushing yourself up into a seated position. Eyes gently closed. Bring your hands to your heart center. Come back to the foundation of the breath. Finding balance between your left and your right. Finding balance between the push and the pull. Finding balance between playfulness and restfulness. Work and sleep. And then bring your hands to your head. Allow your thoughts to be filled with love and kindness. Bring your hands to your mouth. Allow your words to be filled with love and kindness. And bring your hands to your heart. Allow your actions and your intentions to be filled with love and kindness. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate your time.